Some time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. We get a glance at the Redskins defense as they go back out there now. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. With it is Jackson. A little 360. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He was looking for Matt Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down following the run. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Last week, as you get a look at some of the numbers, he just wasn't in the mix, almost like he was out of the game plan. We couldn't figure out why, but here, he's fully in the game plan.
I like what you just brought up because when we asked the coaches about that, there's a little sheepish in there, wasn't it? That's when they admitted, yeah, we kind of neglected him last week. We've got to find ways to get him the football, scheme to get him open because they know he's a big-time weapon, so they're going to have people out there to cover him. But sometimes you just have to do some things, show some different formations, get him isolated where he can be one-on-one. And in this game, they're getting that done. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Cousins now on second down. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. This is Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll bring up a second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd down, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully.
Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Stewart is the lone setback. Now it's Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Halfback sent in motion. On first down, it's Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him, he's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that zone, and that's what he's in right now, where everything is working well for him, and I think it's in combination with what the offense coordinator's doing. He's a primary target. He looks at his play sheet, knows he wants to get him the football, and has designed some routes effective for the last 2 weeks. He's really been fun to watch.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Newton. Completes it to Norwood. And he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They come up in an offset eye. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Running it here, Artis Payne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off. And
this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Matt Jones now as he trots back onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Stewart is the lone setback. Newton's going to throw it. And caught left side, Olsen. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Newton gives off to Stewart. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the back goes into motion. Now Newton. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes for the ball.
And then, of course, it helps to have Cam Newton throwing it to you. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. And this offensive unit, they have to face a third down and 12 now. Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's